You guys have been asking for it, man. And finally, I have delivered. Courtesy of ProWrestlingTees.com, you can now own the official WWE Off The Script t-shirt. And to get yours today, all you got to do is simply go to www.prowrestlingtees.com/offthescript, and you now can represent the number one fucking source for all WWE right here on YouTube.com. www.prowrestlingtees.com/WWE Off The Script, and remember, hashtag fuck those other guys, man. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is WWE Off The Script, episode number 77, part number 3, to close out your weekend. Thank you so much for joining me right here on Off The Script, guys. You guys actually make it the number one fucking source right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE, man. Now, I got a lot of news to go over. We're going to get right into it. Before I do that, follow me on Twitter at JDFromNY206 and all across social media, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook. Twitter is where I usually hang out. That's where I usually am all day long. If you guys want to ask me any questions regarding WWE, Call of Duty, Destiny, or if you want to keep up to date on what I do here right on this channel, Twitter is the place to be at JDFromNY206, all right? Now, guys, getting into the news. Quickly getting right into the news. We got news on The Undertaker. Undertaker may be appearing after WWE SummerSlam, man. He may actually be appearing at the Survivor Series, according to rumors circulating on the internet. Former WWE Champion The Undertaker is reportedly scheduled to appear on WWE programming after SummerSlam on August 23rd. As previously reported, the Dead Man will face arch nemesis Brock Lesnar in the main event at the annual August WWE pay-per-view from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Undertaker returned to WWE programming at Battleground on July 19th, costing Lesnar the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. He attacked the Beast Incarnate just as he went about to pick up the 3 count on current WWE Champion Seth Rollins, leveling him with a low blow, a chokeslam, and 2 tombstone pile drivers. Now, 24 hours later, Lesnar and Taker would engage in a vicious brawl, which would require the entire WWE locker room to enter the ring and try to keep the two men separated. The main event for SummerSlam was made that night, July 20th. News then emerged that Undertaker was being advertised for WWE live events in Mexico during the fall, which led to many asking whether or not he'd be appearing on television during this time as well. According to PWInsider.com, he just might be. The Phenom is currently scheduled to appear during at least one edition of Raw following SummerSlam on August 23rd, if not more. As soon as I find out any more Undertaker news, I will let you guys know all the information regarding that right here on Off The Script. Now, I went on record saying that, Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker, I'm okay with this match happening, all right? I'm not okay with it happening a year and a half after the fact, but I'm okay with it actually happening, and I think The Undertaker should and will win against Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam and get his victory over Brock Lesnar. Now, a lot of rumors are stating that The Undertaker might lose to Brock Lesnar and then go into WrestleMania 32 and challenge Brock Lesnar again, and then beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32, and then retire, and that is it. I don't want that for The Undertaker, man. The Undertaker deserves a lot more than that. You got Brock Lesnar intertwined with a lot of other things besides The Undertaker, man. End this now at SummerSlam and get Brock Lesnar involved in something a little bit more meaningful, man. The Undertaker right now and him beating the streak is not something that's on the mind of people watching WWE. Let The Undertaker get his victory, get Brock Lesnar back in the title hunt against Seth Rollins, and get him intertwined with the WWE Championship, and then get The Undertaker at WrestleMania 32 in something that is going to send him off as the legend that he is, man. And I mentioned this on Off The Script yesterday. Some of you fucking clowns don't think that I watch Jim Ross. Jim Ross is my favorite fucking podcast on Podcast One, man. The Ross Report. I mentioned this in my previous videos week after week, man, when it was fucking readily available. I take absolutely no credit for what I said in Saturday's video. Jim Ross is the one who's been stating that The Undertaker should fight Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship, retire, win it, and then go into Monday Night Raw and then relinquish the title, and then we have an 8-man tournament for the WWE Championship leading into the rest of the year. That is not my idea. That is Jim Ross's idea, okay? Some of you fucking assholes who are absolutely nothing but trolls want to say, oh, JD, that is not your idea. No shit, Sherlock. For those who have been watching me for all 77 fucking episodes, you know I don't steal ideas and content from anybody else, man. I don't. Okay? If you're going to come on here and say that shit to me, don't fucking watch me. I don't want your view. I don't want your fucking audience. I don't want your dislike. I don't want your like. I don't fucking care. That is Jim Ross's idea. I said that yesterday simply because right now, to me, that is the best idea possible for The Undertaker going into WrestleMania 32. Nobody wants to see The Undertaker go against Brock Lesnar again at WrestleMania. Nobody. I think The Undertaker is worth more than just Brock Lesnar. I think The Undertaker deserves a lot more than just Brock Lesnar. Okay? I think John Cena, if this Seth Rollins feud is going to go on for a few months, I see John Cena going against Seth Rollins and winning the WWE Championship. Just simply because that's the way Vince McMahon operates. So I would not be surprised if that happens. And then John Cena goes into WrestleMania as the WWE Champion. And we get The Undertaker challenging for the belt, man. Why not? There's been various reports that Vince McMahon does not want Sting versus The Undertaker. Why not? Why not? Undertaker deserves it. It would be great for John Cena to lay down for The Undertaker. He's the number one guy in the company. He's the number one guy right now. Right? People associate The Undertaker with WrestleMania. People associate John Cena with WWE. Having John Cena as the WWE Champion? Why not, man? All the sense in the world to make that match happen. Obviously, we know if The Undertaker's streak was still undefeated, if he was still undefeated at WrestleMania and we seen John Cena challenge the streak, every fucking one of us would have been on the edge of our seats, biting our fucking nails, sweating at the fact that John Cena is in WrestleMania challenging The Undertaker, possibly breaking the streak, man. I know it wouldn't have happened. But now that The Undertaker streak is no more and his luster to WrestleMania is still there, but it's not as important as it once was. If he wins the WWE Championship at WrestleMania and then retires and just says, you know what, I'm hanging up the boots, why not, man? I think that would be the absolute best way to send him off and finally fucking retire from professional wrestling. All right. News on Cesaro. A new report from F4WOnline.com has provided some backstage news regarding who supplied Raw with Cesaro section signs on August 3rd. Apparently, WWE supplied fans with Cesaro section signs during Monday Night Raw. Now, during Monday Night Raw on August 3rd, it appeared as if the entire lower bowl of the arena had a Cesaro section sign in their hands when the Swiss Superman made his appearance during Miz TV. The Miz had brought out Cesaro's would-be SummerSlam opponent, Kevin Owens, to join him on Miz TV. When Cesaro made his way to the ring earlier than expected, upon walking down the ramp in a SAP Center, in the SAP Center, even the former United States and WWE Tag Team Champion noticed a section cheering for him with visual aids. The Cesaro section signs originally appeared in the crowd during Cesaro's run-in with the Real Americans Tag Team in early 2014. WWE was planning on pushing the King of Swing into the main event spotlight following his victory in the inaugural Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania 30, so they began distributing signs in hopes that people would see Cesaro's popularity and an organic outburst of support for the superstar would bloom. However, the company decided to go in a different route with Cesaro, even though fans truly did to begin support him as a main event guy. After almost a year of struggling to find his place, Cesaro teamed up with Tyson Kidd and formed a tag team that has gone by many names: the Brass Ring Club, Masters of the WWE Universe, and most prominently, BTE, Best Team Ever. With Kidd suffering a life-threatening injury, Cesaro began another quest to find where he would fit on WWE's main roster as a singles competitor. He would rally the WWE Universe behind him once again due to his incredible in-ring performance in July, which has started to push him higher and higher up the card. While WWE were the ones that supplied the Cesaro section signs in 2014, F4WOnline.com claims that a fan brought them in San Jose, California on August 3rd. He reportedly handed out 7,000 signs to fans sitting in the lower bowl section before Raw that went live on the USA Network. It appears that the Push Cesaro fan movement led to the Cesaro supporter to make sure the King of Swing knew just where his section of the fans were during the broadcast, which was pretty much everywhere in the arena. I like that story, man. A fan, just like you and me, made 7,000 signs for Cesaro as he entered Monday Night Raw's arena on August 3rd. I fucking love that passion for Cesaro, man. He definitely deserves it. You can see he's been working his ass off. He's been working his ass off with John Cena, Kevin Owens. He was great in his team with Tyson Kidd, even though, you know, the injury to Tyson Kidd was devastating. I always wondered and worried what would happen to Cesaro when Tyson Kidd went down. I think WWE is doing a very, very good job with Cesaro. And his would-be opponent at SummerSlam is going to be Kevin Owens. That match is going to steal SummerSlam 2015. So I don't think you guys need to worry about Cesaro. He's got John Cena backing him. He's loved by Triple H. And that's all you need, man. That's all you need to get into the ear of Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon is going to be like, you know what? Fine. Let's go ahead and push the red button and push this guy up to the main event scene. Cesaro is going to do very, very well in WWE. He's on his way to the top throughout the remainder of 2015. And I like what I'm seeing so far. And I'm sure you guys do as well. Hashtag push Cesaro, man. He definitely deserves it. And I'm sure everyone in the WWE Universe wants to see him up that card, succeeding like we knew he would, where he definitely belongs, man. I can't wait to see it happen, and I like what's going on with WWE and their push for Cesaro, because he's got the right backing, man. I know it's a lot of political bullshit in the back, but listen, man, it's a dog-eat-dog world. It's kill or be killed in WWE. A lot of you fucking guys tell me that wrestling is fake or WWE's fake and that wrestling is not a competitive sport. They're not athletes. You guys boggle my fucking mind, man. It is a competitive sport. If Cesaro didn't work as hard as he did, he would never be in the position that he's in right now with John Cena's backing, with Triple H's backing, man. It is certainly a fucking competitive sport. So you guys who say it's not, I don't know what the fuck you're smoking. I don't know what you're drinking. I don't know where your mind is at, man. It is definitely a competitive sport. They are athletes. They get in that ring every single fucking night, 300 days a year, giving you their bodies, man, to do what they do. They are athletes, and it is definitely a competitive fucking sport, man. I don't want to give any credit to these guys on Twitter for fucking giving me their opinions, man. They're fucking useless to me when I read this garbage. It's just a joke. I can't take it seriously, man. If you're not going to come to my videos and respect what I'm talking about and, leave me a comment down below that's actually worth something for me to comment back to, then don't write anything at all, man. It's not a competitive fucking sport. What are you watching, man? What are you watching? Cesaro is the fucking prime candidate for WWE being a competitive sport. It's a dog-eat-dog world. It's kill or be killed. If you're not going to work your fucking ass off, you are not going to get noticed by those eyes that need to notice you. Simple. Cesaro is that guy. Good luck for Cesaro. I can't wait to see him grow. And I can't wait to see him blossom into what WWE should have made him years ago, man, because I seen it. Cesaro's going to be one of the biggest guys in the company. He's got the talent. He's got the skill. All he needs to do is work on that mic skill, man. If he works on that mic skill just a little bit, he's going to be a grade A player in WWE. Eva Marie is reportedly set to receive a huge push on WWE TV soon. God fucking help us, man. According to the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, as previously reported, WWE believes that Eva Marie has a very marketable look and hopes that her latest in-ring training has prepared her for her re-debut on the main roster as an actual superstar. It was previously noted that WWE took the focus off of planning for Lana, who they originally wanted to highlight on television as the big female star, and are now wanting to focus on a Latina instead. However, it seems as if WWE has already gotten a little more specific about who they want to push to the moon in terms of a Latin female star. Dave Meltzer claims that WWE has moved on from Lana, viewing her as just another female character and removing the rocket off her back, and will be strapping it now to Eva Marie very soon. He writes, apparently the rocket on Lana's ass, so to speak, is about to be switched to Eva Marie per the people at the top. To Eva Marie's credit, she is busting her own ass in training, but they are going with the storyline of the women that everyone shunned, or the woman that everyone shunned and made fun of for being so bad, who works hard and makes herself into a superstar. With her recent debut on NXT television, Eva Marie is set to feud with NXT Women's Champion very soon, where she'll likely capture the title before 2015 is over and done with, which will probably be Bayley. Then she'll make her return to the main roster, proving to everyone that she can wrestle now, and she's not only a competitor, but a champion who can take on anyone. This, to me, bothers me, man. Eva Marie has that fucking reality star look. You obviously have been documenting her as a reality star instead of a WWE star. Nobody believes that she should be where she is right now. Nobody will believe that she is a NXT champion for the women's division. Nobody will believe that she belongs on the main roster until you give me 6 to 12 months of hard work on NXT, showing me that she can out-wrestle those women down there and change my opinion as a viewer who watches at home, man. She has done nothing to make this viewer believe that she should have a rocket strapped to her back and win an NXT championship for the women's division. How are you going to bring up Charlotte, Sasha Banks, and Bayley to make a revolution on Monday Night Raw, only to say that you're going to strap a rocket to Eva Marie, give her the NXT title, and then bring her back up to the main roster to be on the main roster and prove to everybody that listen, I worked hard and I belong here, man. Everything that we've seen from those three women, Bayley, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks, will go to shit when Eva Marie is on the roster, man. I don't want to see Eva Marie. I don't give a fuck about Eva Marie. I won't give a fuck about Eva Marie until she actually proves to me that she can wrestle. And from what I've seen, it's nothing but forced fucking garbage that WWE wants to shove down our throats, man. She looks completely unnatural in the ring. It does not look organic. She looks completely out of place. She looks stiff. And I'm someone who's been watching the product for over 20 years, man. I know what to look for. I know to look for someone's mannerisms, about how they move in the ring. Eva Marie doesn't have it. She has the look that the WWE is looking for, but down to the nitty-gritty, down to what really needs to be seen, you're going to put her next to a Charlotte, a Sasha Banks, and a Becky Lynch, a Paige, even a Nikki Bella. Even the Bellas, man, she couldn't stand toe-to-toe with anyone right now that you're focusing on right now on the main roster. Can't do it. You cannot do it. Not right now, man. Eva Marie does not deserve anything in 2015. If you're talking about this, it should be at the end of next year. Fuck that. WWE wants to rush things. You don't need to be rushed, man. She's not going anywhere. NXT's not going anywhere. Keep her down there. Season her. Groom her. And let us, as an audience, dictate whether she's worth it or not. Don't just strap a rocket to her back and say, you know what? This is it. This is the woman we want you guys to cheer for, man. It's not going to work that way. And it's completely going to backfire on WWE. I don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. And she's definitely not ready. I don't give a shit what anybody says. She's still green in the ring. She's not where she needs to be. I respect the fact that she's actually training and getting better. But you can't make this out to be a rush job, man. If you want her to blossom, she certainly has the potential to be a great heel. I'm not taking that away from her. If she wants to be in the business, she has to work for it. Don't just give her something that she hasn't earned. That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Don't give anybody something that they haven't earned. Eva Marie hasn't earned a fucking drop of blood from anybody, man. She hasn't earned my respect. She hasn't earned your respect. Everybody that watches NXT, everybody that buys a ticket to that fucking venue each and every week at Full Sail University, she has not earned one person's respect yet, man. It's going to take some time. And please, I hope WWE realizes this, man. It's going to take some time. You can't push Eva Marie the way she is right now when you're in the midst of a WWE Divas revolution, man. You're going to completely erase everything that happened if you bring up Eva Marie to the WWE main roster to even stand in the same ring as those women. Not going to happen. Not her time. Give it time to blossom and be organic. When the time is right, you will know, the fans will know, and they will let you know. Simple as that. The latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter claims that WWE may create a Divas Tag Team Championship in the near future. In the midst of the Divas Revolution, the company may try to incorporate a female tag team title in order to capitalize on the influx of talent to the main roster. WWE recently moved NXT Women's Champions Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte to the main roster in order to try and revolutionize the division, which I hate that word, man. It's not a revolution. Let it happen. With those women in the division, it will happen organically. Just let them show you how. You don't need Michael Cole, JBL, and Jerry the King Lawler shoving it down our throats, trying to brainwash us every fucking week. Let it happen. The three NXT standouts made a name for themselves in the developmental territory as tremendous workers, sometimes putting on better matches than their male counterparts on the cards that NXT was putting together. Dave Meltzer claims that WWE is now entertaining the idea of creating a tag team championship for its women's division, especially with the most of the divas being split into three different stables. As previously reported, WWE irresponsibly named Lynch, Charlotte, and Paige the Submission Sorority, which, if the moniker is Googled, brings up clips from different pornographic sites and films. The company may change their name to the Submission Sisters, which may already be trademarked, but it will be changed to something else. Banks joined Tamina Snuka and Naomi to form Team Bad, and their And there has always been Team Bella, whether or not they have had 2 or 3 girls in their team. Dave Meltzer writes about the following situation, and I quote, "There has also been talk internally regarding the added emphasis on women to create a Divas tag team title. I am not against it, but they would really be a lot better off in the long run dropping the Divas name, because that in and of itself is exactly the opposite direction of what is working in society as far as the increased popularity of women's sports in the United States and the Ronda Rousey phenomenon." I couldn't have said it any better myself, man. Drop the Divas moniker and give us WWE Women's Championship, man. Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks do not represent divas. They represent women who know how to wrestle. Simple. WWE and Vince McMahon only keep this around because this is what Vince McMahon wants. They're not divas. Divas is such a disgusting word to describe what is going on in the women's division right now. If you want to get serious about it, and you're really serious about adding a tag team championship to the women's division, why not just change it back to what it was back in the glory days, man? The WWE Women's Division. They're not divas. They don't represent divas. Nobody in NXT right now, except for Eva Marie, who is on Total Divas, which is trash and is a misrepresentation of WWE. It needs to be fucking scrapped and canceled, man. It's a fucking cancer to the women's division. You don't want that moniker associated with the women's division if you are trying to rebuild this as a serious division. Eva Marie is all that represents a diva. That's why she's not ready, man. Another reason why she's not ready. WWE Women and the women's division, a women's title and a women's tag team title, fine. If you're going to do it, change it to something more appropriate that fits what you are going for as far as the division goes, man. It's a revolution. It's not a divas revolution, man. It's a women's revolution. Fuck that, and I hope the WWE comes to their senses and changes that back to a women's division instead of a divas division. A porn site may be why WWE changes the name. Like I said, it recently gave Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Paige during the August 3rd edition of Monday Night Raw. WWE named the trio the Submission Sorority, which, when the name is searched on Google, reveals a lot of videos that are not affiliated with WWE and are not PG rated. According to TMZ.com, popular adult film companies Bang Bros saw a 56% rise in traffic on August 3rd following the announcement of WWE's new Submission Sorority, as well as a 35% rise in website subscriptions. The company believes that this is due to what pops up when Submission Sorority is typed into the Google search engine. TMZ writes the following regarding the situation, claiming that Bang Bros even plans to send WWE CEO Vince McMahon a thank you basket due to their rise in subscriptions, man. And I quote, WWE during Monday Night Raw unveiled the Submission Sorority, the new official team name for sexy divas Paige, Becky, and Charlotte. Sure, it's a badass name, but an internet search for the term points you to a ton of links for a porn series called Haze Her, produced by Bang Bros. Social media went nuts after Raw. Some people thought it was hilarious, but others were pissed kids would be exposed to porn. Bang Bros traffic analyst Delilah McGinnis says their web traffic shot up 56% overnight, and they saw a 35% rise in subscriptions. Not shockingly, we're told that the porn company plans to send Vince McMahon a thank you gift basket. God only knows what will be in that gift basket, man. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter also commented on this situation, saying that WWE is already planning to change the stable's name, possibly to Submission Sisters. He writes, and I quote, "The WWE debuted the name of the Submission Sorority for Charlotte, Lynch, and Paige on Raw, but that may be short-lived. The company didn't do its research and quickly found out that the name was given to a porn site. I've heard that it could be changed to Submission Sisters, and the idea of horsewomen has always been thrown around, although that would be stepping on Ronda Rousey's toes. Meltzer incorrectly claims that there is a submission sorority website, but that is not the case. Two more pieces of information for you guys. One regarding Stone Cold Steve Austin and one regarding Hulk Hogan. During the latest edition of the Steve Austin Unleashed podcast, Stone Cold Steve Austin sat down with current UFC light heavyweight champion Daniel Cormier. One of the main topics discussed was the current controversy surrounding UFC President Dana White, who called WWE fake during a recent Twitter altercation with a fan. White has been met with much ill favor from professional wrestling and its community since making these comments. Several wrestlers, including current WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, responded to Dana White via Twitter to express their displeasure. During the interview, the Texas Rattlesnake went on to defend Dana White, saying, and I quote, "I know Dana is from the world of boxing and MMA, but I know he respects the world of professional wrestling. I thought that was his way of saying it's a work, because there's a difference. Is it fake? It's predetermined. It's a work. I don't think he meant any disrespect to the professional wrestling business. Fake Dana? Not so much. A work? Yes. And I'm not saying that to put Dana on blast, because I love him. I love UFC. And he has always treated me very well. He does respect the professional wrestling business, and hell, one of his biggest draws, Brock Lesnar, came from the world of professional wrestling." Austin went on to say that he believes if UFC fighters could live the professional wrestling life, they would think differently. "Daniel, I'll take you. I'll take John Jones. I'll take the heavyweight champion of the world. I'll take the bantamweight champion of the world. I'll take any of you guys who want to go on the road for 2 years and be on the road for 250 days and go through that grind, and you'll never say that it's fake, but you'll say it's tough as hell." Cormier agreed. "Wrestling is very physical, plus the days on the road, it's nuts. I understand that it's predetermined, the outcome is predetermined, but everything in between is not easy." In addition to White's comments, Austin and Cormier also talked about the Undertaker streak, as well as some WWE fantasy booking. If Steve Austin is giving you that information on his podcast, but you want to attack me for talking about WWE in that same light, what is the difference, man? Austin, a WWE Hall of Famer, you don't respect his opinion? Austin knows what is going on. Austin's got the right opinion. He said it in the most politically correct way possible, but said it in a way that we all can agree with, man. WWE is predetermined, scripted, and it's a work. What they do in the ring is for real. They bang their bodies around. They go through hell 300 days a year, putting their life and their bodies on the line. Never fucking disrespect a professional wrestler like that ever again, man. If you say it's fake and you have no reason behind why, you're a troll. And I don't want to hear your fucking opinion. You're a piece of shit. I don't want you on this channel. Plain and simple. WWE is not real. It's a work. We all know it's predetermined. It's staged. It's a fucking show for us to be entertained with. But what they do in the ring is fucking real, man. Their bodies are being slammed around. They're being tossed around. Obviously, the match is predetermined. Several aspects of the match are thought out beforehand. Okay? But what they do in the ring to their bodies, Edge, Stone Cold, Owen Hart, Bret Hart, everybody in between, man. Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker. You name it. You name it. These guys have been through fucking hell with their bodies, man. Ask any one of those guys if it's fake. They'll fucking slap you across the face and fucking beat the shit out of you right there. Seriously. I don't want to hear none of that shit ever again, man. That's coming from Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you don't respect Stone Cold, who is one of the greatest of all time. Not only one of the greatest of all time, a mainstream superstar. Also known and correlated with WWE and professional wrestling. If you don't respect his opinion, who the fuck's opinion are you going to respect, man? Fuck that and fuck you. Seriously. Finally, guys, Hulk Hogan, man, seems to be in another nasty fucking... This is a nasty situation, guys, and this may be the worst of everything so far that's been reported about Hulk Hogan. The Hulk Hogan saga has taken another nasty twist and could lead to a lot of trouble for the WWE Hall of Famer. The National Enquirer. Now, before I even mention the rest of this article, take this with a small grain of salt, man. The National Enquirer is completely fucking full of shit, and they are bogus 99% of the time. The National Enquirer is now reporting that Hulk Hogan has told conflicting stories to both the FBI and lawyers of Gawker, which he previously sued for releasing his sex tape through their website. If this is true, he could face charges of either perjury or obstruction of justice, depending on which side he lied to. The Enquirer was first to release the racist comments that led to the immediate termination of Hogan's contract with WWE on July 23rd. Since then, Hogan has filed additional documents against Gawker, claiming that he knows who is responsible for leaking the initial racist comments online. In addition to these remarks, it has been reported that the Hulkster also made homophobic remarks on the tape. Several current and former WWE superstars have come to Hogan's defense, such as Kevin Nash and The Rock. In addition, Big Daughter Brooke has not only written a poem in support of her father, but was also recently interviewed by Entertainment Tonight and said that the comments that he made does not reflect who he truly is as a person. However, if Hogan is found guilty of these accusations, he could face some serious consequences. Not good for Hogan, but, like I said, take everything the National Enquirer says with a grain of salt. They are just stirring the pot some more. It could not be true whatsoever, and usually they are just tabloid trash trying to get some attention to their website, to their venue, and I would not take anything they say seriously, man. If it comes out, we will hear about it, but don't listen to anything the National Enquirer says, man, until a proven, trusted source tells you otherwise, all right? So that is everything for Off The Script, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the videos, if you enjoyed today's video, if you enjoyed this week's Off The Script, hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to me on YouTube as always, JD from NY206. Same thing on Twitter, man. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206 to keep up to date on everything on this channel. And if you guys want to interact with me on Twitter, always on there, man. Always got my phone with me and always willing to answer fan questions and interact with everybody on Twitter at JD from NY206. I will be back next Friday, as always, with WWE Off The Script number 78. We're getting close to the SummerSlam. I got a huge plan for SummerSlam, guys. I got WWE 2K15 match simulations. I got best of SummerSlam, my top 10 matches for SummerSlam coming up. Gonna try and get something with Joe Cronin as well. Possibly a WWE SummerSlam preview and predictions podcast. Got a lot of stuff ready for you guys that week, man. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. This is JD. This is Off The Script. As always, the #1 source right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. Until next Friday, I will definitely talk to you next week, guys. Until then, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.